years of rebuilding other nations. I could give you 30 stories. I could give you 100 stories like that. We're finally rebuilding our nation. That's what we're doing. America is not being taken advantage of anymore. America is being respected again. With Republicans in Congress, we passed the biggest package of tax cuts and reforms in American history. A big numbers. So important for the farmers and small business to save your family farms and ranches. We virtually eliminated the estate tax, also known as the death tax. So now, if you like your children or love your children, you can leave your beautiful farm to your children and they won't have to pay any taxes. They won't have to go to your local banker, borrow money, and end up losing the farm, which was happening. Now you won't have any, do you guys know that? That's a big deal. That's a big deal, Jeff and Steve and everybody. That's a big deal. Because people are leaving their farms, they go out, they mortgage their farm, then the kids end up going through hell and losing their farms. So now you won't have to go to the bank, borrow money, put a mortgage on. But here's the thing, if you don't like your kids, or if you don't love your kids, it doesn't have any impact on you. Sell the farm, enjoy yourselves, and relax. Don't give them anything. Don't give them anything if you don't like them. Don't give them anything. We're reducing the price of prescription drugs to help critically ill patients access life-saving treatments. We pass. And right to try. Right to try. We all know what it is. We have right to try now. For years, people wanted to access some of these cures that work, but they can't get approved because it's a long process, which we've cut way down. Right to try. They were terminally ill, and they couldn't get treatment of something that may work. We just signed right to try, and these guys helped a lot, right? Steve, Jeff, everybody. They helped a lot. David was great, David Young. So now you get the right to try. People used to travel all over the world if they had money. If they didn't have money, they'd go home. They had no hope. Now they can get treatment. They sign a document, they can get treatment. They tried for 40 years to get that passed. We got it passed. Right to try. I love it. We also passed Veterans' Choice, giving our veterans the right to see a private doctor. Big thing. 44 years. 44 years they've tried to get it passed. People are waiting online for 12 days, for 20 days, for 28 days. People aren't that sick by the time they see the doctor. Seriously, they're terminally ill. They couldn't see a doctor. Now we have the right to let them go see a private doctor. We pay for the bills. It's great for them. It actually is saving for us. 44 years. 44 years. 44 years. I thought it was my idea, but then I came back and I said to them, what a great idea. They said, we've been trying to get it passed for 44 years. I mean, how simple, right? 44 years. But because of guys like this, right? Steve, Jeff, everybody, Governor, you were incredible. Pete Ricketts. Pete, you helped so much. All of you guys. And the landmark VA accountability law. You couldn't fire anybody. They were literally, there were sadists working for the VA. There were bad people. There were thieves, horrible people. You couldn't fire them. We passed, I think it's 46, 47 years. Look, I hate to say it, union problems, all sorts of problems, civil service problems, pretty strong lobby, right? We got it passed. 44, 46 years. And now when we catch people that aren't taking care of our veterans, we look at them, we say, Jim, you're fired. Get out of here. It's true. They don't spin the cameras. Fellas, I said at the beginning, spin. Now, nobody does it. Because they don't want to show how big these crowds are. No, I'm telling you, they don't want to show it. They don't want to show it. Look, they're not spinning. Do you see one camera turning? No, they don't want to show all these people. They don't want to show it. I don't see one camera turning. They don't want to show it. Our great First Lady, I come home, I said, did they show the crowd? No, but it sounded massive. Right? It looks like an Iowa State or Nebraska football game. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. So my wife would say, they didn't show the crowd, but it sure as hell sounded big. You know, when you have crowds like this, you can't cheat on the sound. I mean, it's a lot of people. But they cheat because they never show the crowd. We secured $716 billion to fully rebuild our great American military. And at my direction, the Pentagon is now working to create the sixth branch of the American Armed Forces, the Space Force. Very important, very important. We got to get that done, Congressman. Everybody wants that, so important. For years, you watched as your leaders apologized for America. They apologized. Now you have a president who is standing up for America. We are standing up for your values. We are standing up for Iowa and Nebraska. And we are proudly standing up for our great national anthem. And by the way, speaking of the NFL, no, it's okay. But you know, for years, the NFL had a big problem with Canada and the Super Bowl and rights. And it's a complicated thing, but it doesn't matter. And I heard about the problem. And we were dealing with them on a much, much, much bigger issue. And the NFL is a great American company. And I told my people, get the damn NFL problem solved. It took them about 2 minutes. And I got a call from the commissioner. I thought he was calling about the flag. I thought he was going to say, we have fully agreed that we are all going to stand at attention with our hand on our heart, helmet on the ground, and salute. He didn't. But a good guy, he called me to thank me. You know why I did that? I did that. Nobody told me to do it. I did that because I knew they had a problem. And it's a great American company. Whether we like it, don't like it, doesn't matter. It's a great American company. And so I got it done. Took us like 2 minutes. And you know what? Now the players will be paid more money and they'll still hate me. Isn't that terrible? They'll still hate Trump and they get more money, but that's okay. That's why guys like Jim Brown and Kanye and so many others like me. But to continue our incredible momentum, you have to get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors, get your coworkers, and get out and vote or early voting. Get out and vote or early voting. Vote for Governor Kim Reynolds. Vote. I just thought you were coming here as my guest. Pete, I thought you were coming here just to, hey, come on over, Pete. Vote for Pete Ricketts. I didn't know you were bringing half of Nebraska, Pete. Vote for Congressman Rod Blum and Congressman David Young. Don't bother with these two guys. They're going to win. Vote for them too, please. Vote for them too. That's right, Steve. They're going to vote for you guys. Thank you, and thank you. Vote for Republicans. You're doing the right thing, because a vote for us is a vote for lower taxes, less regulation, and more products that are made right here in the USA. That's what we're doing. It's a vote to respect our borders, respect our Constitution, and respect the heroes of law enforcement. And a vote for Republicans is a vote to reject the Democrat politics of anger, division, and destruction. And you know what else? You know what else? And weakness, because it's weakness. And to reclaim our magnificent destiny as Americans. To everyone in this great room tonight, to every citizen watching across our land, and there are a lot of them, this is your time to choose. So important. You got to get out. You got to vote. It'll all be taken away if they get control, including they'll start appointing Supreme Court judges that you will not want. We'll have justices that you will say, how did this happen? You got to get out and vote. It's time to choose whether we turn backward to the failure and frustrations of the past, or whether we continue forward into a future of American greatness. Never forget that in 2016, we had the greatest movement in the history of our country. And they won't challenge that. They even admit that. They're not happy about it. They're not happy. But that was the greatest movement in the history of our country. It is not up to the media or the fake news or the pundits to decide your fate. It is up to you. You have the power. With your vote, you can do so much, but you can defend your family, defend your community, defend your country, defend your rights, your faith, and your dignity. Loyal citizens like you, Iowa and Nebraska, helped build this country. And together we are taking back our country, returning power back to the American patriots, which is you. These states were settled by tough pioneer men and strong pioneer women. The women actually were stronger than men, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. The women are stronger than the men. I've said it for a long time. Sorry, men. Sorry, you guys. You know what I'm talking about, right? They're all nodding. You're right. Who have braved the wilderness and defied the dangers to build a life and a home right here. They didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of luxury. But they all had one thing in common. They loved their families. They loved their country. And they loved their God. These courageous patriots did not shed their blood, sweat, and tears so that we could sit at home while others tried to erase their legacy and destroy our proud American heritage. For the sake of our freedom and for the sake of our children, we are going to work, we are going to fight, and we are going to win, win, win. We will not bend. We will not break. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down. We will never surrender. And we will always fight on to victory. Because we are American. and our hearts bleed red, white, and blue. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again.